Hi, beautiful people. A long time ago, without a crystal ball, said herself how she likes to poke the bear. And as the saying goes, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. A little over 3 months ago, without a crystal ball, decided to go after, attack, disparage, and lie about Zack Peter from No Filter, who has a channel here on YouTube. His link to his YouTube will be listed in the description box. Now, what I'm about to go over and demonstrate to you is how manipulative without a crystal ball, aka Katie Joy, is. How she gaslights her audience because things that happened nearly 4 months ago, when she knew she was wrong, she couldn't defend. To 3 weeks ago, when again she attacked Zack Peter. And again, she couldn't defend herself. And he spoke the truth about her. So she had to try and make him look like the insane one, the one that's in the wrong. And went ahead and made a video in defense of someone she dragged just 2 days prior. And that is Andy Signal from Popcorn Planet. To a few days ago, when she decided to go against Zack Peter again and totally lie about the original situation and how that all unfolded. So let's get into it. The reason without a crystal ball, aka Katie Joy, attacked Zack Peter nearly 4 months ago was because of RFK and autism. I already did a video about that, which I will also have listed in the description box. Again, this was over 3 months ago. Then a few days ago, Zack Peter expressed how he felt about Perez Hilton's response to the court.
All right, well, we got a new update in the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni legal saga because a new clown has just entered the circus. Enter Perez Hilton. It's like a throwback from 2004. So Perez happens to be one of the many content creators that Blake Lively and her team have subpoenaed. And while I support every content creator's right to fight the improper subpoenas, I do not support Perez Hilton. He's been flooding the docket with letter after letter after letter, scolding the judge, calling Blake Lively names, signing off XOXO as a reference to Gossip Girl, using terms like WTF and LOL in his letters to the judge, taking shots at Blake Lively's legal team, calling them incompetent, calling the judge sexy. And then after every letter, he goes on Reddit, posts a video about it. It's like, look at, I just called out Blake Lively, LOL. Bragging about calling out Blake and Judge Lyman on the court's docket. This who from Whoville knows no bounds. And he's just making all of us content creators look bad and playing directly into Lively's hands. And listen, I have no intention in starting beef with Pepa Perez, but it needed to be said. I stand with all the content creators, big and small. I do not stand with Perez. He's making a joke out of all of us. This is a court of law, not a blog. Even if you disagree with Lyman or you think he's biased, and yeah, he's made a lot of biased decisions in this case, right? Regardless, he is a federal judge. You are in his court, and he deserves some respect, and his court deserves some decorum. I know decorum isn't Perez's strong suit, but I don't know, maybe this will be a time to put it into practice since you claim that you're so changed from the Perez we used to know that used to bully celebrities. And most importantly, aside from making us look bad and helping Lively and pissing off the judge, let's not forget about Justin Baldoni and the Wayfair parties. Their livelihoods are on the line here. And before anybody comes and tries to defend Perez because they're like, he has a right to stand up for himself. Yes, he does, but a proper way. Oh, he's just protecting his family. No, he's not. He's making himself a bigger target. How does that protect his family? Making yourself a bigger target does not protect your family. You're not thinking about them. You're not thinking about justice. You're not thinking about the potential of a man that has been falsely accused of SH that is fighting for his life in court right now. Cute that you want some clicks, but grow up.
In my opinion, and what I took away from what Zack said, is that Perez should be respectful to the court and it would be in the best interest of the Baldoni team. Now, Zack did follow up with a video on his YouTube, and I will have that linked in the description box. We went on to further speak about this, but also, not that he dislikes Perez, he actually spoke very highly about Perez. Actually was very complimentary to Perez. Now let's be clear, Zack was not the only one that felt this way. There were so many people who did feel that Perez was very disrespectful to the judge and to the court. But without a crystal ball, decided to go after and once again attack Zack because she saw the backlash he was getting from Perez Hilton's supporters. She felt this was her opportunity to gain followers off Perez Hilton. Crystal ball decided to jump on the bandwagon. She came running out of the gate. She posted. Please note, I have deep empathy for the stress Perez Hilton is under due to Blake Lively falsely accusing him of being paid to smear her for Wayfarer, but it's criminal contempt to insult, disparage a judge, party, or opposing counsel in a court hearing or filing. The judge now is threatening contempt charges, which can include jail sentences for anyone that infringes on his order from today that all parties will be treated with respect. Please be careful, everyone. She goes on to say, this post is not to shame Perez. At Perez Hilton has always been good to me. I know he's stressed out and fearful for his safety and for his kids. I get it. I will not pile onto him. I only say to everyone, please be cautious moving forward. Well, she also felt that Perez was wrong in his response to the judge and to the court. So it's okay for her to speak out, but it's not okay for Zack to speak out. She goes on to make another post. My advice, if you have not been subpoenaed or legally arrested by Blake Lively and you are a creator in the space, be mindful that your audience is not only watching you, they watch many creators, and they don't like watching creators attacking other creators unless you have experienced the stress and intimidation directly from Lively's legal team. It's impossible to judge what you would do. She has pushed many to their breaking points. Empathy matters, and judging, disparaging each other isn't a good look for any of us. Please be respectful. That is all. But it was okay for her to attack Zack Peter. After everything that has transpired over this time of all her postings, this advice is targeted and meant for certain creators, which you will find out who they are very soon. This is how manipulative and what a coward Without a Crystal Ball is. So, with that said, that is very rich coming from Without a Crystal Ball, because let me tell you something. Before Blake Lively subpoenaed anyone, Without a Crystal Ball was attacking other creators. Example, Leanne Newton asked two lawyers. I have videos about that. I will have it listed in the description box. Let me also say this. Zack, in my opinion, had a target on his back from Without a Crystal Ball already, because he didn't give her the appropriate credit she was looking for when she claimed to have broken the story about the Van Zandt lawsuit. And to top that off, he had asked two lawyers on as guests. And then, when he spoke about autism, that was the perfect time for Katie Joy to go after him, because she uses a son who she claims has autism when she needs to settle a grievance or get out of a bad situation. And she has been doing that for years. So when Zack made his post about RFK and autism, she took her opportunity and attacked him, lied about him, and disparaged him. And these are the posts that she made about Zack and has since deleted them. A next post. At the Perez Hilton, this is what I said. You've had my back, so I have yours. Full video on YouTube where I discuss the damaging impact of narcissistic litigation and being on the receiving end of false allegations. She gives an excerpt of a video she made in support of Perez.
It's not my job to police Perez. It is not my job to say that Perez shouldn't do this. It is not my job or my opinion to tell him how to live his life. I am not of the belief that I am served best in my position when I start criticizing and going after other people. Every time I try to respond to someone, it always goes bad. And so anytime I try to defend myself against what people say about me, I end up looking like I'm being I'm like retaliating, or I'm going after someone. So I really don't get in the middle of this kind of stuff. So I also want to make clear that Perez has gone out of his way to defend me, to stick up for me, to stand up for me when Stephanie Jones has tried to bully me, when her lawyers have tried to bully me. He has gone out of his way to reinforce my reporting and to strengthen it and share that he also was receiving the same reports and his sources were saying the same thing. He has been a good colleague to me. And so I will not disparage him in the sense of yelling or screaming or getting on him for this. I want to be clear. He has always been good to me.
Now this is where the manipulation and gaslighting begins. I recently heard someone ask to their audience about me, Katie Joy, how much money have you raised for autism? Then went on to say that they had raised a bunch of money for autism. My answer, every dollar I make in my job goes into a savings account for my son's future. We don't live lavishly. We don't spend more than we make. We save our money for our son and spend all of our money to make his life the best as it can be. A child with autism that will never live on his own. What money does autism need? Where does the money go when you donate to autism? Because I don't need to donate to autism causes when my son's life and future is our number one priority. I've never found a single nonprofit claiming to help children with autism actually help autistic children. So I work hard for my child with Austin's. That's all I can do. Please, someone let me know what is Austin's. Is it another word for autism or another form of autism? And as you can see, she says my response. But as you will see in the next clip, she was claiming that she has just recently seen a video done by Zack Peter calling her out. And to that, I'm going to say bullshit, and I will explain why. In this next clip, she adds in an excerpt of that video that Zack Peter called her out in, which was done 3 weeks ago. And she clipped that video and said, I haven't had a chance to respond to this video, so I just want to share what Zack thinks about me. I fully respect his opinion. I'm glad he felt safe in his community to say this on a live podcast. He was apparently not happy that I set boundaries. Listen, I don't care who you watch. I really don't. But what I'm not going to do is this, with the arrow pointing up. I set boundaries with creators that do. It's okay to watch whoever you want to watch. But this video led to so much harassment for me. I don't wish hate on anyone. But right now we need less of, with the arrow up. I barely respond to him when he does this, but I know it's not uncommon. I just want him to know that I hear what he's saying. I'm sorry that he believes that I'm a bully and mentally ill. I'm so glad he got this off his chest. I hope he feels better. Thanks for the wonderful feedback. Many of his accusations against me are just false, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that I get to decide where I put my energy. And dozens of creators make videos like this about me every week, and I know none of them. So this is why I stay to myself. I don't plant bombs and run away. I respond every blue moon, and then I'm accused of being a bully. I also don't know who this woman that he says I blocked is. But to this woman, I'm sorry for blocking you. But also, I do get to say publicly, if I don't want to be associated with someone, that's absolutely my right to say, and I won't apologize for that. Now, the reason I call bullshit on her claiming that she has never seen that video before is the fact that the same day Zack called her out and expressed how she is not a team player, not verbatim, she went on to make a video. And this is all happening on a Saturday, when Katie Joy has expressed time and time again that she does not upload on weekends. That's the time for our family. She went on to make a video defending Andy Signal from Popcorn Planet. Like she is this team player. She supports everyone. No, she's not. And no, she doesn't. When just 2 days prior to her making that video on that Saturday, July 19th, the same day, Zack Peter was checking her. Defending Andy's Signal, she made these posts about Andy just 2 days prior. First post, she highlights what's on the docket in court from the Lively side that has something to do with Andy Signal, and she says, this is why I don't want to be associated with some of the creators covering this case. First off, the office didn't lie to anyone. My attorneys got a straightforward answer, and California is a two-party consent state for recording calls. Now Blake can play the victim. The next post she made about Andy. I need to be super clear about something. I am not pro-Baldoni, and I am not alt-right. Anti-Me Too, and I don't want to be associated with anyone that has been rightfully accused of sexually harassment and inappropriate conduct with fans. Not everyone that is fighting for truth in the space is doing it for the right reasons. Many people are brand new to some of these people, but I'm not. I remember why they were cancelled, and I would rather stick to myself than associate with them. I am pro-truth and anti-bullying, and I want justice for anyone harmed by Ryan Reynolds, who was using his wife as a shield to drapery his competition and silence the press. She did this because she was so pissed that she didn't get interviewed for the article she was only named in, whereas Andy Signal was interviewed. So, in spite, she brought up this docket and tried to make him look bad. And then she further goes on to bring up his past to disparage and discredit him. At the end of the day, Without a Crystal Ball never seems to sweep her own doorstep before going after other people. She herself is the one who falsely accused another man of sexual harassment. She, in my opinion, is not doing this for the right reasons. And she is so right. She is not new to all this. She herself has been problematic for years. And it is not that she would rather stick to herself. She gets along with no one. She has had beef with nearly all the people that she has come in contact with. She always wants to be the leader. And like I always say, she always wants to be the head bitch in charge. And she can miss me with the she is anti-bully. Without a Crystal Ball is the biggest bully. Anyway, and as you have seen from the beginning of this video, from the post I've showed you about her, what was the second post? Her advice? She talks about how people need to be mindful and the audiences are not only watching them, and audiences don't like watching creators attack each other, how empathy matters and judging others is not a good look for anyone. What does she call all these posts that she made about Andy? And then just 2 days later, she goes and makes a positive post in defense and in support of Andy because she was called out by another creator. What about how she treated Leanne Newton, asked to lawyers, not actually golden, and her continuous attacks against Zack Peter? Rules for thee, but not for me. She wants everyone to be respectful, but she refuses to be respectful. She also says in a post, and I quote, "Judging and disparaging each other is not a good look for any of us," end quote. Let's look at some of her comments and responses under her post. I wonder if Blake and Ryan are Team Zack or Team WACB. Without a Crystal Ball response. They don't like me. I know that. They made that clear with the subpoena and how they treated my legal team. Person responds back. They subpoenaed everyone but each other at this point, LOL. Without a Crystal Ball, Zack and Donna were not subpoenaed, which I thought was weird. So what was so weird about that? Could it be because they weren't being disparaging? Maybe they were just giving their opinion and not saying how they got information from a close source of Justin Baldoni, like Without a Crystal Ball did. Maybe they weren't being hateful like Without a Crystal Ball was. But why would Without a Crystal Ball even plant that seed of doubt in someone's mind like that? Do not remove this, Katie. Zack Peter is Blake Lively, and now we all know it. To which Without a Crystal Ball responds, I won't delete it, I promise. His idea that I shoot shots is me having guts to stand up for myself, then self-doubting, deleting, and feeling bad I said anything. A cycle of my life as a people pleaser. Stop. No, he's not. When is this clip from? I don't see anything like this posted by him recently. Yes, Granny Grouch, because this post was made 3 weeks ago. And Without a Crystal Ball was such a coward at the time to respond then, but she saw an opportunity now to respond, so she took a shot. Why are you posting this now? This is old. To which Without a Crystal Ball responds, just found it today. Never watched his channel until someone mentioned what he said about Perez. That is a damn lie, and let me tell you why that's a lie. When Zack had asked two lawyers on as guests on his channel, and they spoke about their feelings of the Van Zandt lawsuit, Katie Joy immediately got upset with them and publicly denounced them. And the timing of when she made her post, she was absolutely watching the live on Zack Peter's YouTube channel. I remember not so long ago that I saw Katie Joy in somebody's comments and she was kissing Zack Peter's ass in those comments. I have no idea why she felt the need to actually bring this up or post this. But she says, just clearing up today's misinformation. This is not to engage, but I want to set the record straight, thanks. Please let me clear something up. Number one, my son is absolutely diagnosed with autism and a cognitive disability. Number two, an old article from 8 years ago when my son had brain surgery confuses people. Number three, at the time, experts thought maybe he was misdiagnosed with autism versus high-pressure hydrocephalus. 4. A second evaluation was ordered. Again, he was diagnosed with autism. 5. A third neuropsych eval 2 years ago confirmed he is autistic. 6. He meets the state criteria for autism and disability. 7. This is a settled diagnosis. 8. I have never been in a live chat on Zack Peter's channel ever. 9. I have never attacked mothers of autistic children on his channel ever. 10. I am a mother of a child with autism. She stated this is not to engage, but she left the comments on. So she really did want people to engage. So let's take a look at some of the engagement. I understand your point and I will still support you. I even stopped following Zack after seeing the video you posted. But I would really like to know, why did you post it? Why after he made these comments 3-4 months ago? They were mean, I get it. But why address them now and not at the moment? I just want to understand. That's it. To which Katie Joy says, that video was 2 weeks old. 2 weeks. But you see, Katie Joy is not answering the question that Caroline has actually asked. She is manipulating her audience. This person says, I watch both of your channel. Hopefully you two can talk in private and patch things up. To which Without a Crystal Ball says, we will never talk in private, ever. Without a Crystal Ball can never, and I don't think she will ever humble herself until she is forced to humble herself. OMG, for sure someone was in his chat using your name, being very, very ugly. You and Zack need to speak. I'm sure this is Blake Lively / Ryan Reynolds tactics. To which Without a Crystal Ball says, we don't need to speak at all. I don't know this man and I don't care to know him. So it seems as though Susan did actually see Without a Crystal Ball in his comments, and she acknowledges Without a Crystal Ball was being very, very ugly. Wow. But Susan thought it was actually somebody else using her name. It's so weird that she would make that post, because I did not hear Zack questioning her son's diagnosis ever. And let's get this straight, because Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy, is gaslighting and manipulating the fuck out of her followers and audience, because she knows for a fact that Zack did an Instagram story talking about RFK and autism, and she knows for a fact that it wasn't alive. And as he stated in his video, which I will have linked in the description box, he blocked Without a Crystal Ball because she was arguing with another mother in his comment section, period. With ending this, thinking about why she would make this post about her son's autism diagnosis, aside from her once again using her son for sympathy, I know I did mention this post that I'm going to show you a long time ago in a video. And as you can see from this post, it looks like it was a Facebook post. And it states, you guys can actually pause and read the first post, but I'm focusing on the second post, which says, my mouth dropped when I read it today. And it was confirmed by 2 doctors today that while he does have learning disabilities and disabilities, it is not autism, and we can help him be the best version of himself. He will need a lot of help. So she is saying that this article is wrong because experts thought he was misdiagnosed, and then a second eval was done 2 years ago and confirmed his autism. Okay, Jan. Katie Joy has been exploiting her son his entire life for her benefit, in my opinion. You heard her say that she will not donate to any organization in regard to autism because she doesn't know what they do with the money. Katie Joy will not, in my opinion, donate to that organization or any autism organization because she feels it won't benefit her. You can see how she treats people when they don't have the same views as she does. She cannot handle criticism. This is who Without a Crystal Ball is and has always been and will continue to be, because no one holds her accountable. Us smaller creators try to, but she keeps getting away with shit. She has done so much shit to us smaller creators, doxing, bullying. Some she has put in harm's way and falsely accused of crimes. And she will continue to do it because no bigger creators will ever call her out. They just ignore her. They let her keep it going. We get her followers and flying monkeys coming after us because they feel we are jealous of our large platform, which always makes me laugh because at the end of the day, they refuse to do their due diligence and take her advice and research, get to know exactly who they are following and supporting. That's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. Hope you guys are enjoying the sunset pictures that I took whilst I was sitting outside editing this video. All the creators that I have mentioned will be listed in the description box. Have a wonderful, safe, and productive rest of your week. Please be safe out there, be kind to one another, and don't forget, make good memories. Bye, guys.